Hi, good evening. My name is Iqbal, a civil engineering student of University Malaysia Pahang. And today I would like to conduct a research on the structural failure of the Harbin Bridge. The Harbin Bridge, with a total span of 15.4 kilometers and dubbed as one of the greatest bridges that was ever built in China by the local governments. Furthermore, this massive structural failure in China has caused 3 deaths and 5 injuries to the local citizens of China. Okay, now let's take a look at the video on the structural collapse of the Harbin Bridge.
At 9.6 miles long, it is one of the largest bridges in China, or at least it was, until a 330-foot-long section collapsed earlier today, dropping 100 feet to the ground, killing 3 and injuring 5 others, according to state-run CCTV. The Yangmingtan Bridge in the city of Harbin was opened only 9 months ago. Chinese officials say it wasn't the bridge's fault, but that the trucks on the bridge were too heavy, reports the New York Times. Netizens are mocking the official response, with one going by the name of "Just Another Round Joking." With heavy snowfalls in winter, I won't dare to travel on bridges. I'm scared they'll collapse. This is just the latest in an ongoing national debate over the quality of rapid construction projects that were meant as a show of national prestige but ended in disaster. On July 23rd of last year, another product of the rapid construction fever, China's network of high-speed rails, came under fire when 2 trains collided in Wenzhou, killing 40 and injuring almost 200. Many now refer to these construction projects as tofu construction.
Since I'm doing the research on the structural failure of the Harbin Bridge, now I would like to interview some of the experts in the field of civil engineering that will discuss and explain more on the structural failure of the bridge.
Come in.
Hello, so you are Mr. Zuhairi, right?
Yes.
Yes, my name is Iqbal.
Okay.
I'm from UMP, a civil engineering student from UMP.
Please visit it.
So like this, Mr. Zuhairi,
Yes.
have you ever heard about the Yangmingtan Bridge in the Harbin province in China?
Oh, I know about their collapse on 2012.
Yes.
That killed 3 people and injured 5.
Yes, the bridge that caused 3 deaths and 5 injuries.
Okay,
So Mr. Zuhairi, so may I know what is your position and specialties in the bridge engineering?
Okay, I tell you more about myself. Okay, my name is Muhammad Zahiri. I'm from structural engineer in this company. Okay, I'm here for engineer for about 10 years. Okay, from what the Yangmingtan Bridge, what you want to know about?
Okay, on the Yangmingtan Bridge, actually, what are the factors that cause the structural failure of the Yangmingtan Bridge? Can you explain in terms of the structural and other factors that cause the structural failure?
Okay, maybe the instead of Yangmingtan Bridge is also on. We don't know about the road failure or designer failure or the according to the contractor or consultant. Okay. As engineer, we need to fully understand how we are to protect the existing structure or the structure that we build. So from the Yangmingtan Bridge that I have researched about, their longer span cannot resist the as they look from the traffic truck. At the Yangmingtan Bridge, they designed the traffic load about 102 tons. Okay. Then when the collapse occur, they have 4 trucks on the bridge that carry load 400 tons. So the bridge failure cannot resist the load, so the bridge collapse.
Okay, so what you are talking about is the maximum load of the Yang Bintan Bridge has been exceeded.
Yeah.
Okay, from 102 tons the maximum, and well, the 4 trucks that carries the construction material, they were moving on the Yang Bintan Bridge. The total weight is 400 tons. So that are the main causes that cause the structural failure.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Zuhairi, from what I saw from the structure of the Yang Bintan Bridge, the columns of the bridge in each span, okay, the columns are located very far from each to another. Okay, can you explain more about the columns, on the distance of the columns?
Okay, so the distance of the span, if you mind this whiteboard marker as a pen, on the span, at here and here has a column and here has a column. If the design load, the highest load will be on the mid span. So if we can resist the axial load from the mid span, we should ask another column at the mid span. Okay, mind. So that the editing column can resist the axial load from the top of the bridge. So other than that, the designer can design the maximum loading for the load more greater than 102 tons.
Okay. So lastly, I would like to ask you, okay, whether the design of the bridge is not accurate, or maybe the design they call is what they call the design of the bridge is not accurate. Okay, can you comment on the design of the bridge?
Okay, maybe for all of you know, if in China they have created their economy, so the traffic load becoming anything from year to year, the graph of the traffic load greater. In the Yang Bintan at the Harbin province, many people use the bridge. So the designer should, I think the designer should recommend the design load for far to the front, about 10 years or 20 years. So the bridge can resist more heavy load from the car.
Okay. Based on your explanation, now I've got an idea about what are the causes of the structural failure of the Yang Bintan Bridge. So I think that's all, Mr. Zuhairi. And thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Iqbal.
We come in. Hello, good evening, Mr. Zhu. Okay. I'm Iqbal, a civil engineering student from UMP. Okay, currently I am doing the research on the structural failure of the Yang Bintan Bridge located at the Harbin province. Okay, so can I know what is your role in the public works of Department of China?
Yes, I'm the professional engineer in the public department of China.
Okay, so you are the professional engineer in the public works department of China.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Zhu, like this, I would like to ask you, okay, what are some professionalism conducts and ethics that were not taken during the construction period of the Harbin Bridge?
First, for the code for designers, when you build the bridge must be horizontal or vertical for the road. And then for the design, you must calculate for the 10 years for your materials runs. And then the higher in the China, the limit is 4.2 meters. You must make sure all the direction is above 4.2 meters. And during this construction, the time is 3 years, but they built it in 1.5 years. There may be some problems. Maybe the contractor just passed some process and they didn't finish it yet, and they continue for another part. And another reason, maybe they changed the material according to the design, and maybe it caused the failure of this bridge.
Okay, so what you are saying, what you said just now is the construction period should be 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so the contractors managed to complete the project in 1.5 years. Okay, so I believe maybe there are some shortcuts that were taken during the construction period. Okay, maybe just now, like you said just now, what is maybe some what they call some process were not taken during the project.
Yeah.
Correct or not? Okay, maybe some maybe some methods or process is not done at the site.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe there are some of the structural reasons for the structural failure.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Zhu, now I would like to ask you, what are so now the Harbin Bridge now is collapsed. Okay, so I know the designers who are responsible for the collapse, for the structural failure. Okay, now what are the punishment for the designers,
For the
Chinese?
designers, if we found their design is correct, but is not correct in the construction, maybe we will punish the contractor. We will take his license, and then maybe they will find, and according to the condition, maybe we will give him another punishment. It's according to the condition.
So that's all, Mr. Zhu?
Yeah.
Okay, so in my opinion, that's all I want to ask you, because you already gave me some brief explanation on about the professionalism conduct and some of the ethical issues. So I think that's all, Mr. Zhu. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Harbin Yangmingshan Bridge is a bridge that has just been completed in the month of November in China. Yangmingshan is a major construction project in the city region. Groundbreaking on December 5, 2009 and has been opened to traffic on November 6, 2012. Some bridge across the Songhua River and is 50.42 km long has been completed 9 last month using cost 1.88 billion yuan has collapsed. The investment takes the $1 million has been the first suspension bridge Harbin cities. The bridge built by the China River Railway First Group. It was the third bridge built on the Songhua River in the past 4 years. In August 24 morning, 3 people were killed and 5 injured when an 8-lane suspension bridge in Northeast China collapsed after 9 months of opening. One of 100-meter road has collapsed and has resulted in 4 lorries carrying heavy loads such as food and rocks. The total weight of the truck exceeds the capacity of a sponge and it cut off a both end. Deputy 8, head of the construction committee of Harbin City, said the ram about 3.5 km from the main body of the Yangmingshan Bridge sloped to one side and crashed again to the ground.
Ethical issue. The role of engineers is to respond to a need by building or creating something along a certain set of guidelines or specification which performs a given function. Just as important that the device plan or creation should perform its function without fail. The ethical issue are moral philosophy, professionalism, leadership, and engineering ethics. Engineering ethics is found to be one of the root cause of an engineering failure. An engineer as a professional has to be responsible to their client or employer, to their profession, and to the general public to perform their duties in an conscientious manner as possible. For example, the Harbin Bridge collapsed because of the quality of the bridge, where in September 2011, when the bridge under construction, a main beam structure fell and 5 workers are injured. The bridge collapsed because of unethical action was taken by the people who were involved in this project. Engineers play an important role in the construction, and they should know the effect of the unethical action that will cause danger to the structure. Engineering ethics is also the discipline of moral issue and decision confronting individuals and organizations engaged in engineering. Next, about the professional ethics. The professional ethics is the attitude or characterize a professional person. Professionalism is important for an ethical engineer. It shows the quality assessment, employability, and innovation in engineering. If the engineer behave professionally and socially responsible manner in accordance would not have caused the Harbin Bridge collapse. This shows a professionalism needs good technical skill. For example, Harbin Bridge collapsed in September 2011. A strong professionalism is concerned in terms of satisfaction of a project. A project will be successful if the professionalism in the field is strong and it is a professional engineer. Third part is honest and impartial. An engineer should have honest and impartial ethics in performing his or her job as an engineer who trusted by the client. The ethic is very important for an engineer because if we are not honest, no one will trust. It may cause failure in the building. For example, the bridge collapse caused at the Harbin Province State of China roads. This bridge collapsed because of the engineers, contractor, and everyone who were involved in this project were not honest and impartial to their work. This can be proven based on the length of time that should be completed for 3 years but was complete within 18 months. Earlier than the actual date is to be seen how they do not follow the planned procedure and the quality of work not satisfactory. And the last one is about the attitude. The attitude also plays an important role in the project of Harbin Bridge. An attitude of the engineer who was careless and not efficient in his project which caused the bridge collapse. The bridge collapse caused because of the attitude of the engineer who designed the bridge, which the structure part were not designed properly, following all the codes. If the attitude of the engineer is good, there won't be any mistakes in the design which caused the collapse of the bridge. And for the conclusion about the ethical issue, what I can conclude that engineers should follow the ethical issue to perform well and be a responsible engineer to the project that are conducted by them to avoid obstacles. Thank you.
On the opinions that I received from the professional experts in the field of civil engineering, we must have to follow all the professional conducts during the construction period, and we as the engineers must have ethics and follow all the ethical rules so that this massive failures such as the Yangbintan Bridge at the Harbin province in China can be avoided in the future times. That's all from our group. Thank you.